Hey, how's it going? ZmanTheTech here. I want to thank you for tuning in to Snowly Games. As always, I appreciate you very much. And today I just received my replacement battery for my DualShock 4, and I wanted to go ahead and showcase how to swap it out. This may be common knowledge to some folks, but for the folks that aren't as tech savvy, this may prove useful. So, without much further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so before we get started, there's a few things we're going to need. First one's going to be a PH1 precision Phillips screwdriver, a pry tool, and a precision sized flathead screwdriver to help pry out the actual battery cable. Moving right along, on the back side of the controller, there's going to be 4 screws that we're going to need to take out. Let's go ahead and do that now so we can get inside. Now that we've got the screws out, we're going to need that pry tool so we can open the sides of the controller at the grips. And it also helps to squeeze a little bit on the sides once the screws are out to help loosen it. Now, it's imperative to lift upward carefully towards yourself once the internal clamps have given way, as there is a ribbon cable connected to the rear piece of the controller from the main board. The triggers do have a tendency to pop out upon detachment of the rear piece, so be prepared for that. This happened to me before, and the little spring that controls the resistance of the trigger is a royal pain to get back in, especially if you have high blood pressure like myself and don't have steady hands. Turned a 5-minute job into a 30-minute one. Now, let's get this battery out. The precision flathead screwdriver I mentioned earlier is now needed. If you have long enough fingernails, you may not need it, however I recently trimmed my nails, so this is my method for now. Gently wedge the tip of the screwdriver between the connector and its port until it releases. The battery wires may be tucked under a plastic hook, so remove with caution. Line up the connector with the port, as there should be a small groove to match up. Once you've matched it, gently push it down and it will lock in. Place the battery in its compartment and fold the wire accordingly to ensure that it's clear of getting damaged when closing the controller. As you close the controller, be mindful of the top going on first and aligning the shoulder buttons and triggers within the applicable holes. As you get to the bottom, double check for the battery cables and make sure they're clear. Gently push down all the way around the controller to close it up. You will feel it click when you do. Alright, let's get those screws back in so we can finish this job. And with that, you're good to go. So if you found this helpful, feel free to hit that like button and drop a comment. Consider subscribing if you would like to further support my channel. Remember to keep it locked to Snowly Games for all of your indie game, third-party game, tech review coverage, and sometimes Nintendo and retro games thrown in a mix. Have a good one, take care.